You too, we back, man. I don't know why that shit cut off. It cut off, you know what I'm saying, after 20 minutes. Probably it don't even feel overheated though, but it cut off after 20 minutes. But we still reacting to Charleston White on the PBD podcast, not PDP. It's PBD podcast. He up there with Joe Rogan, man, and I was just commenting on something this lady said. She was like, the men that don't get the women that they want or the women of their dreams, and lonely men, them the ones is fucking the world up, and I do agree with that. That is a fact.
Are deteriorating society. Yeah, I'll give you some massive problems.
What do you think that fixes?
One, I think we should legalize prostitution.
Okay.
I have been standing on this.
See, legalize prostitution. That might be, but you ain't even gotta legalize prostitution, bro. It ain't even gotta be that. It gotta be men like me that know the game and know what's going on. We need to teach men what to do, what to say, and how to be. That's all that is. Like, that's what I think. So me, Charleston White, other people that Andrew Tate, the guys that really get girls, and the guys that really can have any girl that they want, we need to just teach men on what to do and what to say.
She want a hoe. She just made us. That's a confession. Listen. She want to legalize prostitution. Why don't she be the candidate for it? Cause I agree with her. You know why I agree with her? Cause I know she done sold some pussy before. That's the only reason she would agree with this. Stop. No woman in her right mind who ain't never sold her body would co-sign a woman being a prostitute. Only hoes and bitches do. A real woman and a real lady would never say, I think prostitution should be legal. She would say, hey, I think we should provide services for these women and find other ways for them. But a hoe, don't support a hoe. Why they get on the phone and tell each other business when they fucking the same guy? That's why two hoes and two bitches can get on the phone, hate one another because they fucking the same guy, and share intimate information that hurts each other. For him, they relate to each other. Two red birds. A bluebird wouldn't have said that.
So she's a red bird.
She's a red bird. Now, I'm more for a hoe. Prostitute, I'm more for a hoe. Because the hoe is using her body and her self-wits to advance herself in life.
Mm.
She might end up becoming a millionaire housewife like Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, she became a billionaire.
She was hoeing. She wasn't prostituting.
But it was love. She loved the 88-year-old guy.
No. You don't
think she loved the 88-year-old?
Oh, she loved him, but he loved her. All men love good hoes. Even Jesus loved one. Kept Mary Magdalene with him and his 12 disciples. No other woman got to walk with the Savior other than this whore. So hoes are more like angels. Prostitutes are sex workers carrying demonic spirits.
Yeah.
Hoes got God's spirit in them, and they usher the men, they cater the men, and they don't cause men problems. Women, ladies, and bitches are more of an opposition to a man than a whore is.
I totally got confused what you said about Jesus.
He kept a whore, Mary Magdalene. So when you read Jesus' story, other than the prostitute he met at the well, he don't really fuck with women. But he kept one particular woman with him and his 12 disciples to witness all these miracles. And she was a whore.
She was a what?
A whore.
Charleston.
A hoe. That better hoe. That's what the Bible describes it as.
Okay.
Man, prostitution been around since this time.
So you're saying Joy wants to bring it back?
From
Fox. What do you think?
I think what a woman do with her body, she should pay taxes for it, but you can't regulate it. If she's selling what she's selling and she make money, make her file for 1099 for that pussy, file taxes on it. but other than saying we need laws to put in place to make this legal.
Could be one way to pay off the national debt.
Yeah, it paid it off 1 year. Yeah. Man, don't never sell like that. But yeah, sugar and cotton don't even sell like that. In 1 year.
In 1 year.
But no, she's a very nice looking lady.
She is?
Yeah, right.
So she's your type. So if she
very much so.
If she would slide in your DMs, you would respond.
I'll fly in them all. Yeah, I'll fly in them all. And she like to talk to you. We'll talk all night.
She's got no job now, so maybe Don't be surprised if it happens all of a sudden.
Call me, Joy. Oh, I got the right kind of instructions for you.
All right.
Your proper instructions motivate people.
She's got time.
Why? Yeah, Bill Belichick was a bad man. Proper instructions motivate people.
It's good. First ladies, like you watch your first. You think like
I like the Kennedy lady. I like
Jackie.
Yeah, I like Miss Jackie.
she smoked a lot of cigarettes. Though.
Oh, that's all right. That was sexy back then.
Yeah.
That was sexy for the folks cigarette.
So she's your first lady.
Yeah, she my first lady. Her and I love Nancy too. I love Nancy Reagan.
Really?
I love Nancy Reagan because she brought the DARE program to school. Drug abuse resistant education. This is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. So yeah, man, she was very
Classy.
very classy. So those two ladies, that's the class. Michelle Obama had some grace and class about herself as well. But she would make it known that she don't like people by facial expression. A woman don't give off no signal or nothing. She's always modest and composed.
Mm-hmm.
Another first lady, Thomas Jefferson, and man, I can't.
Thomas Jefferson. His wife.
His wife and his other, they started out as friends, ended up becoming enemies, and then became friends again by way of the wife's right to each other. So he was two buddies who died as friends.
Yeah.
So they fell out. So it was Thomas Jefferson and another one. So just through history, from Jefferson's wife and his friend's wife. And then when I saw the Kennedys, Mama Kennedy, over dad and them.
Right.
Then when I saw Barbara Bush, them strong women. Them strong women are the ones who whisper in those men's ears when they get weak. They have
In a positive way.
In a positive
Yeah.
way. You can't be a thorn in your husband's side and he's president.
No, she's tough.
Yeah. So I watched the movie. I read the books.
We have a guy here that's his fantasy girl, Humberto. He is crazy about Barbara Bush. Like, he got posters by his computer. You go by his computer like the screensaver.
He must used to lay on the floor and look up under his grandmama's dress, watching TV. Yeah, I kind of figure out.
The dining room, like the dining table, it gives me that vibes too.
Yeah, I understand the role that the first lady, how powerful she can be in shaping the nation and really bringing peace.
Yeah.
So if Trump had the right kind of woman,
You don't think he does?
no.
Stop.
They don't even like each other.
Come on, man.
Man, you can't fly another woman in from another country and treat her as your equal like you would treat a woman over here. You brought over her to mistreat her. No man from America goes overseas to get a woman and bring over her and treat her lovely.
They met here.
Nah, but she still was a foreign. They met somewhere else.
He didn't go kill like a,
Man, listen, it's like a mail order bride.
Stop it.
He done had too many wives. He done been married so many times. At this point, this is a mail order bride. That's why now today, when they walk together, he leave a little bit back there. You know how a nigga treat a woman after he got tired of. He don't hold his hand no more. He keep the umbrella. She don't get. She got to hold her own umbrella. So she don't even stand with her no more. So it's obvious.
Charleston, he always holds the umbrella.
I seen what he did. She must didn't give him none that night. Cause you don't always treat your woman right.
Maybe they got too far.
Yeah, it's okay.
Conversations.
But you can tell.
But you do think she's beautiful because Melania is.
Oh yes. So listen. So there's pictures of Melania and Trump and P. Diddy back in the mid-90s. And P. Diddy and Trump and Ivanka Trump got to look at each other.
Melania.
Melania. I'm sorry, Ivanka. Say, don't throw the ball. You can't tell me they wasn't fucking later.
Stop.
You can't tell me the tenacity that Diddy had sexually and his history. All these people went to this party. Why do you think they together?
Charleston.
So it's a more picture. Watch how they look at each other.
They're at many pictures.
No.
They're always at big parties.
No, that's a Diddy party.
That's not a Diddy party.
So listen, man, there are so many pictures with Trump and Diddy. Why do you think Trump said if they mistreat him? I looked into it. Because they buddies. They party buddies. Trump been hanging with niggas forever. And you can't tell me Diddy ain't. This freaking Diddy is. You think he ain't slide that pole up against that girl? Hey, how you doing, Miss Trump? And let her feel it. And then now they making eye contact with each other. And Trump a freak too. You can't be a billionaire and not be a freak sexually. Man, I know reality. I know men. These men party together or fuck together. That's why they party together.
That's a fact.
That's why we party with the people we party with. It's somebody that we want to fuck.
That's a
If
fact.
we being real,
That's a fact.
he's innocent. Can't tell a man he can't whoop his woman and she don't call the police. If my neighbors see me kicking my wife ass, they ain't got no business butting in. Baby, you all right? If she say, nah, I'm all right, leave us alone. Now if she holler, help, y'all join in. But Cassie never holler for help. You can't, man, you can't tell me I got $1 billion.
She's trying to run away.
No, she wasn't.
Going to the elevator.
She was stealing a high-dollar bag during the sexual freak-out we all agreed upon. She done got mad behind closed doors.
I don't know what video you've seen. Rob, pull up the video.
Man, I seen that
She's
video.
running.
She's stealing his bag. She didn't buy that bag. That's a theft. Bitch, give me my bag. Where you going? Where's Big Girl?
You're thinking.
Give me my shit. Give me my shit. You get on back here.
You think this is okay?
Yeah.
Charleston.
Man, that's his woman. How can you tell that man he can't do that? Hey, man, that ain't my dog. I can't say that. So, because...
Nah, I don't agree with that shit. I don't think niggas should beat their girl ass. Especially not a girl like Cassie. Some girls need their motherfucking ass beat. Some girls talk too much in front of hood, in front of projects. Them motherfuckers don't got no home training. They need their ass beat. But I ain't gonna be the one to beat your ass though. I'ma just get the fuck from around you. As soon as a girl raise her voice, I'm gone. As soon as she say the wrong shit, I'm gone. As soon as she do the wrong shit, I'm gone. I ain't about to beat your ass. But if you say, I tell girls all the time, bro, you must been had your ass beat. Because if you say this shit around the right nigga, they gonna fuck you up. I don't put my hands on people because I don't got to. I can just not see your motherfucking ass no more. That the most gangster shit I can do with anybody. What you saying? I'm finna go. No, I'm just playing. No, bitch, you ain't playing with me. I'm finna fucking go. So that's my tactic. I'm finna fucking leave and not ever see you again. That's the thing. So I don't believe that. And then that man was too old for her, bro. That nigga was 36 and she was 19. Girls don't grow up and girls don't grow up and mature and realize what the fuck going on to about after 28. Sometimes it might take a girl after 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Sometimes it might be fucking 40, bro. Man, I don't give a fuck. 25, 26, 27 is too damn young. Ask any girl. They realize after about 28 or 30, bro. Once you get a girl, oh my God, 19 is like a baby, bro. 20 is a baby. 25 is a baby. 26, any age under 30, bro, I feel like is a baby. And women don't really mature like that. I mean, they mature, but women don't really know better. They don't know no better until later. And then a lot of women don't have no father figure, so they don't know no better. So a lot of women be looking for, they be having faith in the man to treat them right and respect them and do the right thing, but most niggas don't do the right thing with a woman. You got to be careful when an older guy fuck with a younger girl, you know what I'm saying? Because them niggas ain't really them niggas, because if they was them niggas, they already have a girl, or they'll be fucking with all the girls that they age or higher. If a nigga fucking with a young girl, that ain't always good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas want to control women and manipulate women, bro. But that video where we seen kick that girl, you don't supposed to kick no fucking body, bro. How the fuck you on? And then she ain't even fighting back. Some girls need their motherfucking ass kicked, because they'll slap the shit out you, they'll fight you, they'll punch you. You gotta defend yourself. That girl was not fighting back. She ain't even the type to fight, yell. She probably don't even curse. She too sweet. You know what I'm saying? And all the stories I heard, bro, that nigga he used to make that girl call him Pop. Cause that what she called her granddaddy. Like I don't like niggas like that. Matter of fact, I hate niggas who take advantage of women and beat up women. That's a weak ass man, bro. A lot of niggas beat the fuck out of women, but a lot of girls don't know no better, and they like a nigga that beat their ass. Like a girl, if I be around a girl and she like to fight and want to fight, like to argue, want to argue, no, you gotta get the fuck around me, because I don't like to fight. I like to fuck. I like to get money. I like to eat good food. I like to travel. I don't like to fight. Fuck that fighting shit. Why we fighting? Broke people and mad people and people that fucked up in the world in the head like to fight. I don't like to fight. I will, but I ain't. That's just how I am. But I don't agree with that. He shouldn't have fought that girl like that. Kick that girl in the face.
Who they women is okay with that being happening, because they're in this toxic relationship. This is not a normal relationship that Americans think about. This is a drug-infused, both of them using drugs at a high level of extent. In the ghetto, this is normal. But they do this as rich people, this is not normal. Rich people do it on the inside.
Ribeye. Must have cost a fortune, huh?
I don't know about that. See, Charleston from that damn pimp shit. Them boys on some pimp shit. pimping women, beating up women, slapping women. They learn that shit. I ain't with that shit. Hitting a woman, because most men that like we said in the other video, people fight people they can beat. They ain't about to beat. A man ain't finna hit no woman that gonna kill his ass. Because some women will motherfucking kill you. Not even in, they'll set your ass up, boy. They'll do some shit to you. So, but men pick a woman that they know they can beat and know they can get away with it. So a man will find out, where your daddy at? Is your daddy in your life? You ain't got no daddy? Niggas will beat the fuck out you. But let her daddy be a goddamn killer and a motherfucking Navy SEAL type of nigga, a Marine nigga, a nigga that'll kill your ass. They ain't finna beat on that woman. Hell no.
Rich people beat their wives on the inside. He just so happened to catch up, and he didn't beat her. He said, give me back my shit, kicked her, and drug her back in there, and they finished fucking. Ain't nothing like fighting and fucking to make up. Best orgasm in the world. They made songs about it. We break up to make up. That's all that is. You don't see her coming back out that room. She said it's another woman in there they were having sex. She went back in and started back having sex again. She didn't come out that room. The male prostitute said she called the book. She paid. She been having fun like a motherfucker. So, she was compensated for what y'all sold.
What was the guy's name? Punisher or something like that?
Yeah, the Punisher. So,
I wonder why
she
they
was
call that nickname.
he got a sledgehammer. So she was compensated for what we saw.
Yeah.
She was compensated for what we saw. So they put together this.
Another thing, man. Like I said, if you get a woman young, you can manipulate her with money. See, I'm so much of that nigga. I have girls in love with me without even showing money, flashing money, without doing shit for them. Man, I can't imagine if I had the money to go with what I got. That'd be too much power. But if a man got money, power, man got all that shit, a girl, of course he can manipulate you, bro. First of all, a man gonna pay you more than enough, and he gonna offer you more than enough. He gonna offer you more money than a job gonna pay you. So a woman is put in a bad position. Of course she, like, you know what I'm saying? Of course she gonna take it if she don't know no better. But that's why I'm glad my grandma raised me right, and she always taught me, and she taught me this quote, and she always taught me this, a main quote that she taught me: respect will carry me further than money. So always choose respect over money. A nigga like me, you can't pay me a lot of money to do some whole shit. You can't even pay me to do the wrong shit. You can't pay me to harm nobody, hurt nobody. You can't pay me. Even if I'm broke, I'd have been broke and not have no money, not have no car, not have nothing, bro. And have an opportunity to sell dope, sell crack. I ain't finna sell that shit. Have an opportunity to rob. I ain't finna rob nobody because that ain't my style. So a nigga like me, I choose my respect, bro, over money. That's what my grandma taught me. She taught me respect will carry me further than money. So a lot of people don't even know to choose money, and money, integrity, your morals. No. Respect, morals, integrity, your dignity, bro. Where your self-worth, bitch. Like, they don't even know to keep that to yourself, because you can't unfuck a fuck. Once you get that pussy up, you can't go back from that. Once you get that whole stamp on your name, you can't come back from that. You can't come back from that. So women need to know that. They don't even know that. But men know that shit. Certain men know if you do certain things, you can't come back from it. That's why, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. We was in high school, you know, we used to say, our goal was to fuck that bitch. Because if we knew with the power in our dick, if we fuck that girl, that's our girl, and she gonna be on our team, and she gonna be in love. So, you know what I'm saying? But you can't pull that shit off now, because everybody fucking, and girls fucking like niggas, and girls fucking more than niggas and fucking for money. So, but we knew what power we had back in the day, and so boy, can you imagine with some money, and that nigga got $1 billion? Man, like, she was put in a bad situation, bro. I don't like that type of shit, bro. That's some fucked up shit.
$30 or something.
Yeah, plus another 20 coming from the hotel.
Oh, another 20 coming from the hotel.
That came out in trial. So imagine this. Everybody been knowing about this. Why was they silent for so long? Because this has always been rumored. This is 10 years old tape. They've been knowing about this.
Yeah.
The feds was on the goose hunt. And they blew a case. So they went and put together this big mafia-type conspiracy RICO trial for a guy and his wife being freaky, his girlfriend being freaky. And in agreement with this. Was he wrong for flying in male prostitutes? No. What's wrong with flying somebody in to have sex? I thought that's what rich people do to have sex. How they get there to you? How you fly your girlfriend, your other woman on the side that you don't want your wife knowing about? How they supposed to get to you? And you ain't supposed to give them no money when y'all get to fucking. We take care of my little money. This little bitch I be fucking. I play take care of her. You know she do that. So how can our government say this is a sex worker? Shit, they people ain't never identified as sex worker. They freaking having sex. So now our government get to rule in the bedroom. It's a clear case of government ruling in the bedroom. What I did outside that hotel, the jury said, not guilty.
You think he recorded all those guys? You think he's got the tape on all those people?
The FBI got the tape when they seized the house.
Oh, no shit.
They seized all of his computers.
Yeah.
And they made it seem like he had a Costco house full of baby dolls. He only had a couple balls. Our government paint a blurred picture about this man. Is he a horrible guy? Yeah. Should he be in prison? No. Should he be held without no bond? No. Every one of us know a guy who slaps his woman. And we don't say shit to him about slapping his woman.
What do you think about that shit?
I do. You crazy as hell. I do. Nigga, I do. I ain't never seen that shit though. But I will. I remember one time I was around my nigga that sold dope, and that nigga was talking to his mama so crazy. I like, bro, I said something to that man like, bro, you tripping, bro. You don't do that line like that's your mama, bro. You talking to her like she a bitch in the street. Like, damn. But I will though. I ain't with certain shit. I ain't with nobody hurting nobody. Even if a man saying jokes to another man, bro, leave that man alone, bro. What the fuck you messing with that man for? Leave that man alone, bro. Why you like him or something, bro? You gay or something? Why the fuck you like that man, don't you? Why you keep touching him, bro? Why you keep looking at him? Why you bothering that man? I'ma say something, bro. I ain't about to I always been like that. I ain't about to sit quiet and let the wrong thing go on. What the fuck? What y'all niggas just said? Oh hell no, man. Y'all niggas tripping. I always say that. Somebody getting beat on. If I see somebody bullying somebody, bro, I'ma say something, bro. Leave that man alone, bro. I'ma say something. And if me and him get into it, I don't mind getting into it when a nigga over the right thing. And that what Charleston always be saying. Like, he's speaking against evil, so he feel like he can't be hurt or harmed through that.
He alive somewhere hiding. Prior to his death, there was already attempts made upon his life in jail. How's it a coincidence that he ended up in jail with suicide, but the autopsy report said his larynx was crushed? You can't do that with suicide. Mama got choke you to do that. Why don't the media do Epstein like they do Diddy? We know everything. We know Diddy like to put cum on his nipples for men. Him and Cassie like to cum off. So this is detail. Why we don't know details about Epstein? Where are the children? Where are their stories? Where are their testimonies? Why don't we have open access to Giselle's testimony and her cooperation with the government?
You mean Ghislaine? Yeah.
Ghislaine. You know why? Because most of the people went to the island with politicians and powerful people, princes of Wales, all them types, the real freaks, the evil people. The evil people who can go to an island and have access to children that nobody knows have been kidnapped in the world. The evil people. Those are politicians. Those aren't poor people. Those are not people on drugs. Those are not gangbangers that's doing this. Gangbangers hurt their own people. But it's a group of people that take our children and they disappear.
Right.
And powerful people have access to them. There's a movie that I question to this day. It's called Sounds of Freedom, Cry of Freedom, about human. I cried watching that movie. I kept walking. I said, oh man. I said, why don't nobody promote this movie from Hollywood? Why don't our government promote this movie? Why do our government spend so much business in Ukraine, and why don't we got some real laws for sexual exploitation and sexual abuse? Could they in on it too? So at the end of that movie, it says that child sex trafficking has surpassed drugs and guns in the world. You don't need to reply. You don't need to re-up with a kid. You catch him at 5 as a sex slave till they die, unless somebody free it.
Forever.
So you asked me a question earlier. How does a kid survive that? With no hope, agony? It's the resiliency of a child that adults lose throughout life. So nah, man. So I think our government, all that, everybody's full of shit. I wear a hat that says I think everybody's playing. We really ignore the conditions of our children in America. We have some of the most drug-addicted children ever in the history of human existence today. More of our children go to bed hungry, or live in abuse, neglect, and is exposed to more violence than any other group of children outside of these third world countries. But there's not a lot of resources, there's not a lot of things put into development. More things are being taken from the kids and given to the gays and the politicians and the interest groups. American citizens is being robbed by politicians who put capitalism before citizenship.
Capitalism over citizenship.
Yeah. So that's why you hear the media. Terms and words are powerful. What Hitler used to exterminate a whole group of people. The Consumer Reporting Credit Act stripped us of our citizenship. Because if you're gonna pull my credit, you're gonna get access to me so you have stripped me of my citizenship. And the media now identifies Americans as the American consumer, not the American citizens. The American consumer. Everything's about a consumer report. Capitalism. They talk socialism, but they really want capitalism. Capitalism supersedes racism.
Capitalism supersedes racism?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
If you get enough money, they don't look at you like you're a color. If you come in malnourished.
Isn't that a good thing?
Isn't that a good thing?
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. But what about the people who can't access to capitalism?
A lot of people don't start off with the capital.
Most Americans won't get it and won't start off with it, according to what we're looking at today's America.
87% of millionaires are self-made. Most of billionaires, a lot of them inherited the money. Sure, you can put a number to it, but millionaires, 87% are self-made.
They had a different school system that taught critical thinking, but they dropped out. This is not the same America that can repeat that again. With this group of kids who can barely read on or above their grade level, who don't have a worldview, who don't know economics because economics is not in school. They don't know banking because they haven't been given a piggy bank to put a quarter here. They don't get an allowance to learn how to save. They don't get out. So
access to information is more available. Like a person today, if they really wanted to go find out and learn for themselves with just YouTube alone, you can get access to doing almost anything. Selling, coding, ChatGPT can learn how to code. You have so many methods of learning today.
Not when you're indoctrinated, you know. Our children have been indoctrinated.
That part, but you need to go to school to be brainwashed.
Well, YouTube can only teach you the basics. It only teach you the basics. The people that go watch YouTube can barely read. The people that can go watch YouTube and trying to fix something, they might not eat later.
Right.
So they don't have most Americans are poor. They don't have the luxury to learn from YouTube. They're escaping reality.
I think sometimes if you give them an out, they'll run with it. Remember earlier on when you said when you were a kid?
Oh, here's the out. Before you can even understand life as a kid, they put a fucking phone in your hand.
Okay.
To entertain you because you're getting on the adults.
I agree with that.
So now you go into a school system.
That's on the parents though.
But the conditions don't allow the parent to teach, right? So this is what I was taught. It takes a village to raise a child, not a parent. It takes a village.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I believe that wholeheartedly. I was raised by the village because my mother was at work. So I had a juvenile worker, I had a court worker, I had a school teacher. My mom was.
Me too. I had the same shit. I had the same shit. My mom was at work. While my mom was at work, while she had the luxury to drop my ass off at grandma's house, she can work and making her money to pay her bills and pay for her house, what she got built from the ground up. And I had great grandma, I had grandma, I had all grandma kids. See, I was lucky. My mama had me kind of young in her 20s, and by her having me in her 20s, most of her kids most of my great grandma kids were retired or about to retire in the next couple of years. So I had great grandma. My grandma was sick, so she couldn't work, and my grandma had 3 boys and 2 girls, I think. Yeah, 3 boys and 2 girls. So I had 3 uncles. One got hurt on the job. My Uncle Spook, he retired at 55. My Uncle David, he ended up retiring. And then I had Aunt Frances, and then my grandma Betty, she was sick. So I had, and then they kids had kids. So my great grandma kids had kids. So some of them was around my cousin Carl. So I had, and then my cousin Sean. I had a few big cousins, and I had a few uncles, and so I had a lot of people to raise me. I had a village, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that is true. I had mama went to work, daddy was in my life, but he wasn't in the crib. But I saw him every other day, every 2-3 days, and on the weekends and shit. So that is true.
So I had neighbors. Mama, tell your mama, I had a village.
Neighbors too, yeah.
Miss Yolanda, the boy I had a village. And I said, yes, ma'am. When somebody come, pull your pants up, I pull them up. I say, fuck you, bitch. I pull them up. Because I understood the village.
Yeah.
So you want this group of children who Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs don't even give their kids these phones.
Yeah.
For our kids to take this phone, and you can make so much money off this phone, but you ain't gonna learn it watching YouTube. I spent 5 years getting millions of views on Facebook, and nobody around me knew how to monetize. Nobody. That blew my mind. That blew my mind.
That's another thing. So I got on YouTube. I got on social media about last year. So I was watching YouTube like 2017, 18 to now. But when 2014, 15, 16, 17, I used to be around girls. They'd be on social media, be around guys. I used to be around my homeboy. He always on Facebook, always on the line. I was like, bro, I thought that shit was corny. And then, cause I was the guy in real life. Like I always thought, why you online for? Like we try, where the girls at? Nigga, you online. How the fuck you ain't? How you don't know where the girls at? And then, so I was like, damn, bro, y'all ain't make. So when I first found out that you can make money online, I asked everybody that I knew that had social media, and nobody ain't goddamn well making money online. So I was like, what the fuck y'all doing online? They just having fun, just strolling and shit. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna figure out how to make some money. I say, that's why everybody be looking so motherfucking good online. That's why everybody be showing off and doing all this shit, because they getting fucking paid to take pictures. They getting paid to post videos. I'm like, who the fuck paying and where they getting money from? So I feel him. I was the same way. Like, damn, y'all getting money online. So I don't know nobody who get money. Nobody personally. Everybody that I know that's online, that got social media, nobody make money from that shit. But only people that make money online are the people that you don't know. So that shit blew my mind the same way. I feel them on.
All these people with phones waking up, getting on social media sites, don't know how to monetize their social media platform.
How do you make money right now?
I got a comedy tour, so I've been on tour for a year. Each interview you have ever seen me done within the last 4 years, I get paid $10,000 per interview.
We haven't paid you.
No, y'all don't.
Yeah. Other podcasts you go on.
So I wouldn't go on a big platform as big as this unless it's a mutual benefit, right? So I understand some things is not about money, but it's certain platform because what I have to go entertain in the conversation.
Oh, we got it.
So
But I tell you, you also know how to get eyeballs. I mean, you go on a show, you're gonna get eyeballs.
Yeah, and so the most I've been paid is $40,000 for an interview.
Got it.
So I have a website that sells merchandise. So between me, I probably do $40,000-$50,000 a month in just interviews.
No shit.
And just interviews. And then I stream with Aiden Ross, so that's another stream of revenue that comes through. So.
By the way, what happened with you and Michael Jordan? Is it true, like the story?
Nah, that's some bullshit.
The story that he broke up a fight or something?
Nah, they say we broke up a fight between me and White Girl. Nah, but I ain't never met Mike.
So that's just the story. That's out there. That's bullshit. Yeah. Okay, I saw that story. I'm like, what is that story all about? You know, with
So let me just explain how I got into comedy. Because I didn't want to get stuck online with the persona, like the rapper does in character.
Yeah.
Because the persona became so polarizing. Because we're so cultural influenced by entertainment. Go ahead.
Yeah, Charleston, the motherfucker said you get $10,000 per interview. And comedy, so you make about $20,000 per show. You do like 3 or 4 shows a week.
we think Denzel Washington is Denzel off Training Day. So I started realizing people was overlooking what I do in real life because they were so into this character. So when they meet me in person, they not into Charleston. They want the internet persona. So I had to figure out a way to take that persona and that internet character and evolve into something that's less offensive, less provoking toward black people. Instead of making them cry, make them laugh. Because I was coming with some brutal truth, making them motherfuckers cry. and it was offending people.
Yeah.
So Paul Mooney said the greatest joke ever told was told as a truth. The greatest truth ever told was told as a joke. So I learned to make it funny. Shit. So we can all laugh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Who said that, Paul who?
Paul Mooney.
Respect.
Yeah, Paul Mooney said the greatest joke ever told was told as the greatest truth ever told was told as a joke. The greatest joke ever told was told as a truth. That's why comedians have always had a pass. Because they come to speak our reality and truth in such a way, maybe offensive. So that's why I wanted to bring satire comedy back. Andrew Dice Clay, man, Glenn Beck, or Howard Stern, or Mal Mabel, Peter, all these are satire comedy guys who do a shock jock.
Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck is he's satire all day, and a shock jock.
Stop.
Man, been shock jock in years. What? What, man? So during the Hillary and Obama, man, I was tuning in to Glenn Beck. Man, he's a shock jock. Yeah, and he's good at it.
You like him?
I love him.
Who do you listen to? Who do you watch?
I watch a lot of Fox News. I watch a lot of Trump.
Have you met him?
Mm-mm. I was supposed to do the interview with him and Ada Ross, but I had some bogus charges on me at the time, so I couldn't pass a Secret Service clearance. But I ultimately ended up getting the charges dropped. Yeah. So I was attacked by a gang member in a barbershop. He hit me in the head with a gun. And
hit you in the head with a gun?
Yeah, while I was asleep. So I wake up to it being hit in the head with a gun. So and he a well-known killer gang member. And so I went to the car to retrieve my gun. And this is off camera, but I come back through the building trying to secure the building, not knowing where they at. And so my local police department charged me with 2 aggravated assault for going to get my gun after being attacked.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so it took me, I spent a lot of money, to me. So they just dropped all the charges.
This is in Fort Worth?
This is in Fort Worth.
So you've never met the president. Okay, so who would you want to meet? Who are the guys that you want to meet? If there's people you'd want to meet, who would it be?
The leader of the National Rifles Association.
The leader of NRA?
Yeah, and I want to meet the leader, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, sit down and talk to him.
What would you ask him?
We'll become human friends. We'll become friends. Because I can connect with anybody on a human level, white, black. We don't have to be the same color. We got the same experiences as boys, men, being Americans. And I know American history. And white people don't have to like you. But if you know history, you can conversate with them, they'll tolerate you. If nothing else, just to debate you. And they'll ultimately become fond of you. So talking and conversating, I want to meet people that black people think is against us, to come back and say if they're really against us. That's how I became a Republican in Texas. After the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin's verdict, I didn't want to join the hateful Black Lives Matter group. I got a loving mother who says, son, God has no respect of person. So my mother, I don't know hate. I come from a loving home. I don't know hate. I had to come play like I'm hate.
Me too. I ain't come from that hate shit. I ain't, grandma was loving on my ass. Grandma showed me love, gave me love. Mom and daddy, you know what I'm saying? They mom and daddy was, hard on you and on some fucked up shit, but grandma crib, all love. Shout out to grandma. One grandma died, great grandma died when I was 21. She got to live to see me at 21 in 2014. My grandma, she passed, both of them passed. She passed in her sleep in the 7th grade. So man, that was my heart. That was everything. My grandma's everything.
Fit in a group of people that's hateful. So I didn't want to join the Black Lives Matter group with anger.
You never did?
I never did. I hated it. And plus, I ain't followed 3 lesbian bitches nowhere. Not no stud bitches. I might follow a bisexual woman. Yeah, but I ain't following 3 studs.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I ain't following. Yeah, so I wanted to prove to black people, because here I am. I got a youth organization that has been highly recommended to all 254 counties throughout the state of Texas. This is white people that's doing it. I got a part of a national organization called Incarcerated Children Advocacy Network. These are white people bringing me to Washington, D.C. to help me change laws and legislation. Wow. So I'm saying, man, let me see. So I dressed up one day and went to this Republican executive committee. And I was the only young black there, mouth full of gold teeth. And I kept trying to speak on the microphone, and I ran into Greg Abbott, one of his aides. He said, "What do you want to say?" I said, "Man, I remember this party used to embrace niggas." He was a young white boy, so we could talk this language. He a hip-hop white boy. Used to embrace niggas. I want to get him back to embracing niggas. But I noticed the police were starting to profile me. Come over here and try to see what's going on. He gave me his card. So the next morning, I called down to the Tarrant County GOP Republican Party and spoke to Jen Hall and Shelley Pritchard. I said, "Ma'am, I'm a conservative nigga who just so happens to vote Republican. I'm trying to see if they're offended by what I'm saying, rather than listen to what I'm saying. I'm delivering it very articulate with manners." I said, "I went to a meeting last night and I was shunned as a black man, mouth full of gold teeth, and I can bring folks in from over here." So they invited me to come down and they adopted me. They took me in my youth organization. So I couldn't, here I am, I'm working in the black community, fighting against black people, but I got all these white people that they say racist Republicans. They're sewing into me from the Terrence Star Republican Women's Club. I'm building a relationship with judges where when black people get in trouble, I say, "Yana, he works for me over there." "Oh, he does, Charleston? Show us some proof." So I'm building relationships, because why would I be a Democrat and there's hardly any Democratic judges? And all my people need judges with a mouthpiece. So I found out that white people aren't really racist. They prejudiced. They prejudiced. We all prejudiced. We're all ethnocentric ideology that think it's better than others. We just don't understand each other. So I started bringing niggas around, these white Republican people with dreads and tattoos who had murder cases, and they see redemption in these people because they hear the stories. So now we're all partnering together to work with children. We're doing reading programs. So I let the divisiveness of America's culture and temperament at the time, George Floyd killing. So, yeah, man, I didn't want to be connected to hate, because I was starting to hate. But I wasn't hating white people. I was hating black people. I was watching black people shoot up a 93-year-old woman's house by mistake, and nobody said nothing. I was watching kids get killed, and we have a fundraiser to try to bury the kid, but the gang he died for ain't helping bury him. The black church that he's trying to be buried in is extorting the mother for more money. So, I ain't like that. So, I was getting burnt out because I was a struggling father trying to help the community. I became the change I wanted to see. I'm a pre-law student at Texas Western University, just started a youth organization. Car broke down, I'm riding the bus to school. People ride by, see me, so I'm embarrassed by being on the bus stop. Can't take my kids nowhere, but I got a heart to help the community. So at some point, you become frustrated and angry, as most community leaders do. The lack of support. I figured out a way how to self-sustain my organization. I didn't have to apply for no grants. I knew how to sell barbecue, shake down the drug dealers, stop the prostitutes, say y'all can't sell no, and so I would shake down the community. I'm gonna call the police on y'all. Why I need to add white people, and I'm helping us. So black people became my greatest enemy, helping their children. But I'm the ones getting their kids out the juvenile system. I'm the ones setting up the, getting people license back, reinstated. I turned away from everybody. I was having a mental breakdown. Every day, all day. Man, you talking about for almost 7 or 8 years. And I'm speaking in legislation, I'm doing trainings for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and I'm trying to maintain my GPA. Yeah, I had a mental breakdown. And this is what caused the breakdown. Because I was used as a political pawn from the power structure. They needed a voice like mine that was dynamic, that challenged the black preachers. And I challenged them and I shamed them. So white people grabbed me and made me a poster child.